Hey everyone, I love the most sports stadium. The energy can be so intoxicating, you can lose yourself in it and become animalistic. I'm not talking about the yelling and shouting, that's normal, everyone does that. I'm talking about the people that stand up from the seat and put on like their own little show for everyone to watch. The low end of the spectrum for that is like some 5 where like between a drunk guy or someone talking shit about the other team. And then on the high end of the spectrum, you have streakers, people that get naked and run across like the baseball pitch, where you can't even watch the game without noticing the guy. Like that would be the most insane thing to do, of course, naturally. So a good middle ground would be someone like a woman flashing her tits out during a goal or a point, which is what this lady did in the video today, and it's not that part is interesting. I couldn't care less. Like that first clip would be something I see on TikTok where I don't care and I scroll by it. It was the second clip she made days after to respond to all the haters and the backlash she was getting apparently. For context, she got drunk at a hockey game, debatably the most boring sport, you get intoxicated and watch. Whether that's what she enjoys, whatever. Because she got so riled up, she wanted to flash her tits out to like all the players and everyone watching. And there she is, all proud. I want you to know who's recording that for her, because it might be her friend, because she pulled out her phone at the exact time she pulled it up. But she was a bit of a distance where she wasn't sitting next to her, more like 2 seats over. Unless it was a random person and she was like, hey, watch this. Maybe the lady behind her was a friend. She seemed pretty stoked seeing another pair of tits. One thing I find unironically funny about the clip is that she's like in the worst area to be like flashing herself. Exactly dead center, front seat. Maybe there were a couple of rows in front of her, but everyone else, just behind her. So anyone else couldn't have seen it. I guess they could have seen like maybe her pulling up the shirt from behind her, but that was it. Of course, she did it for the players. Woo! But if you're in front seat, you're so crouched together with everyone else, there's no way one of those guys saw you, especially for the bulletproof helmets that they all have to wear. Like with all those thick ass metal strips going in all directions, meant to cover as much area as possible. I don't think those are designed to see a fan's tits from across the ice rink, sadly. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe one of them like caught like a tiny glimpse and they got a little chub through those like 4 inches of padding around the crotch area. Maybe, I don't know. But back to the lady. I guess you could say, she was crazy because she was drunk. But I mean, come on, Swirl. A drunk mouth always speaks the truth hard, or the honest heart, whatever that saying goes. She would have done it both ways, where she was sober or she had like one Bud Light and pinned it on that, that one drink. But from that clip, because he was in an Oilers game, like the Oilers hockey team, she got called the Oilers girl. I've never heard of that team, but that's a god-awful name. Like I said in the beginning, it's not that grand of a clip. It's very short, not that much happens, and then it just ends. Me personally, I prefer the clip of that fat guy throwing up at his reservoir of his stomach and everyone saying they want to punch him. I like that video. I want to see that blow up again. My point being that I haven't seen this video before, and if I did, I wouldn't care that much. I've seen better tits elsewhere, honey. I'm not saying I'm the arbiter of like every famous clip that blew up before in the past, but I don't even think it got that popular. However, I guess it struck the right chord in the hockey community where every like hockey fan saw it and made fun of her. Where enough people joked about it that she wanted to make a response to all the haters and like actual strikes and effect. That's how I found out about the first clip. Like if she never made a response, I would never know about the story. But either way, I found the second clip funny because she really tries hard to like paint herself as a martyr.
Oilers girl. Actually, my name's Kate, but
Oh, thank God, I found her name. It's Kate. I felt really ashamed for calling her Oilers girl.
Here we are. So I've thought long and hard about what I wanted to say to everybody. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm at one of my favorite places right now. Come here to do some thinking, we'll call it. But I just wanted to say, you could be the most perfect, godly person in the world. You could save kittens from a river if they were drowning. Someone's still gonna hate you. So you know what? At the end of the day, I got drunk and whipped my out at an Oilers game and they went viral. You if you don't like it.
I don't want to undercut like how much backlash she got, but it was really that bad she felt compelled to go to her singing spot that she loves and make a response. I guess it got to the point where like friends and family make fun of her for that clip, but I think that kind of person that whips their tits out like, at a sports game, they don't care that much what people online in a different country potentially would say about her. Maybe it was that bad, I'm not sure. I was in her shoes, but I really love that middle part which like you could be the nicest person ever and people will still hate you. As if like her flashing her tits was like a show of charity for all those hockey players. I get where she's coming from. Me personally, I wouldn't send death threats to a woman for flashing herself, but surely if you're gonna go to that extreme of doing that in a public game, you have to accept, some of the comments some people might make, in Facebook or Instagram, whatever she uses. I'll feel more embarrassed if someone called me out in the crowd as opposed to like in the comments online, if I flashed my big fat pepperoni nipples. My second favorite part of the video is her accent. Godly?
Godly.
I just find it funny. It sounds like that Drake Toronto podcast girl.
Somebody go smoke smoke that youth.
Also, where is she actually in that video? I know she said it was her favorite singing spot, but it actually looks like the middle of nowhere, where like she went out to like throw a corpse in the river, and she just felt like she had to get a response for her chest. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, I guess the flashing video got her enough notoriety in the hockey community that she appeared as a guest on a hockey podcast, but she talked about it. Okay, you know what? If it was a guy exposing his dick and balls, nobody would be inviting him on a podcast to get his opinions and ideas. Regardless, if that lady, Kate was her name, if she got that much backlash that she wanted to make a video, I do hope she doesn't get bullied that much after. It's not that big of a case. If nobody recorded and uploaded that video, I think of max of 5 dirty old perverts will reminisce on that memory. But of course, any video that's online, you can never get rid of any traces. But even then, I feel like most videos that get popular, they have a shelf of like maybe 2 months, and then everyone forgets it after. I don't think all this girls gonna be chiseled into the base of online history. I mean, come on.